Hi guys. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've noticed I spend some time spreading the true word of the fact that women are always right. In fact, in the 20 years that I taught high school chemistry, I would arbitrate quite a few arguments between teenage girls and teenage boys. And they'd want to tell me the whole story and drag it out. And, number one, save the drama for your mama. But I would usually just say, just wait. I would clap the young man on the shoulder and say, son, you're wrong. And this was, for some reason, quite popular with the girls in the class, but the boys seemed to, at first, have trouble getting on board with this. But I'd explain to them, I'd say, look, I have some experience. You're going to be much happier later in life if you just realize that women are right, let the girls have their way, and you'll be happier. You won't, when you're grown up, you won't be a lonely old man. And so that's, that should work. And in fairness, to even things out for the boys, I would explain an innocent accident, a mistake that really had nothing to do with me years ago, in the first years of our marriage, and that would probably give them a pass on a common household duty that they would never have to do around the house for their whole lives if they just took the example of what I did. Let me explain. Now, married couples, we've been married, my wife and I have been married over 50 years, and we've had that talk, okay? That talk is where you're talking about the reality that one or the other of you is probably going to die first, okay? It's inevitable. Not as likely that you would die at the same time. It would be more likely, since I'm the guy and older, I would statistically go first. But at the same time, not real likely. I can think of one scenario. Say if I was to die in my sleep and I happened to be driving her somewhere on a busy interstate at rush hour, we might go at the same time. But she said in fairness that she might go first. And, that's possible. And it worries her whether I'd be okay. And that's, I want to calm her concerns. I say, look, honey, except for the obvious emotional turmoil, except for being dirty, homeless, and hungry, I'd be okay. That would be all there'd be to it. Let me take the dirty part first, okay? I had a group of men I was in not too long ago that were talking about their wives not trusting them to do household chores or questioning their competence to do this or that around the place. And it really irritated one guy. He was pounded the table and said, look, it's not like us men don't know how to do our own laundry or something. I've got no clue. I've never done my own laundry in my life, so I'm clueless on that. And except for when we were early married, I was willing to help, and I wanted to help with the laundry. But for one little mistake that I made, I guess I have to take some responsibility for. One mistake that I made 45 years ago, I've never done laundry since. Okay, I'm out of the laundry business altogether, except for recently. My poor dear wife fell and broke her arm bone, her humerus. And I practically caught her out on the street asking strangers to come help her with the laundry. I'm going, look, I can do this. Number one, breaking your humerus ain't funny, guys. It's no joke. So she finally was going to let me help with the laundry. But it had been 45 years since I really had helped at all. So back to the original scene of the laundry crime. This was, like I said, over 45 years ago. And my wife was very pregnant, okay? This is 10 or 12 months pregnant, okay? And we lived in a single wide mobile home with the laundry not inside the trailer, but down some steps in a shed in the back. And when I say a shed, that sounds very primitive. It wasn't like she was out beating clothes on a rock in a stream or something like that. There was machines in there, okay? But it was hard for her to get up and down the stairs. And I kept pleading with her, you know, annoying her, let me help you with the laundry. And she's, well, okay. We had just bought a couple pair of new blue jeans for me to wear to work. And we weren't rolling in dough, so a couple pairs of jeans were kind of a big deal. So she agreed that if I followed her instructions, I could take care of that one laundry load of my new blue jeans. And then we'd see how it went. Okay, so I was eager to please. So she had a long and very illustrious grade school and middle school teaching career, but she taught preschool for a couple of years. I think that was basically the tone of voice that she explained this to me, as far as exactly what I had to do to launder those jeans. So, okay, how long I had to put them in for, how much soap, how much color safe bleach to put in, and so on. And I'm on it. I'm ready to go. And I said, okay, I got it. So within 10 minutes, I'd forgotten all about it. And so later in the morning, my wife very sweetly asked, well, honey, how are the jeans going? Oh, jeans. Yeah, the jeans. I remember the jeans. Okay, explain one more time. Okay, the so much soap, so much color safe bleach, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I got it. I'm on it. It wasn't 2 minutes later, I squirrel off and I'm doing something else. So the third time, it's getting on in the day, okay? Still haven't gotten the jeans done. And it's, sweetheart, have you done the jeans yet? Oh, no, I'll do them right now. It's just, I know there were eye rolls involved. I deserve them. But okay, you got the soap. You got the bleach. The sun's going down. You got to get these jeans done and get them on the line to dry, okay? Okay, I'm on it. I'll put blinders on. I'll go down the stairs. I won't look at anything else. I got down there and I throw the jeans in. And sadly, of course, the third time she explained it to me was the only time that I actually paid attention. My attention span is just that long. And so I put my jeans in. As I'm pouring the full strength bleach over my new blue jeans, I'm thinking to myself, this doesn't seem right. Well, no kidding, it wasn't right. Oh my. Tie-dye was a thing in the 70s, but not for construction guys' blue jeans that he wore to work. It was a little embarrassing, but I suppose I had something to do with the problem. But in the 45 years after that, up until the time of her accident, I'd be begging her, come on, coach, put me in, coach. Let me help you with that laundry. She would calmly, no, you've really helped enough. Hey folks, thanks for joining me on this journey, and please like the video, and if you can subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And leave comments, I'd love to hear from you.